Hey guys, so today we've got the new Yu-Gi-Oh! Emperor of Darkness structure deck, and I don't really know much about Monarchs, don't really play Monarchs, and I know there's a lot of new support in this deck. I bought the deck myself for about £8, as far as I know. It's a decent structure deck, so we're just going to open and have a look at what cards we get inside. I know there's a few decent reprints in this, such as Soul Charge, so even if you don't buy the deck, maybe just buy... Sorry, even if you don't play with the deck, maybe just buying the deck for the reprints is worth your money, so let's get it open. Okay. Right, this box is not gonna last. Right, so we'll get rid of all the crap. And that's it, we've got a Yu-Gi-Oh! Emperor of Darkness structure deck. How to play thing? Oh no, we've got a math, so we've got one of the new cards here, the light card, and then we've got the Emperor of Darkness himself here, and on the back we have, like I said, instructions how to play the deck. So tribute summoning mainly. We got we got a token in this deck, and then we got some of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Products you can buy. Konami clearly advertising very well with their own products. So put the mat to one side. Yu-Gi-Oh! Rulebook for beginners, beginner's guide. Flick through that, tells you how to play, quite generic. Yep. Alright, let's get the deck itself. So our first card, actually it might help if we take the plastic off. There we are, that's simple enough. Right. So for our first card we have Ether, the Heavenly Monarch, a 8-star light monster, 2800 attack. You can tribute summon this card by tributing one tribute summon monster. If this card is tribute summoned, you can send 2 Monarch spell and trap cards with different names from your hand and or deck to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon one monster with 2400 or more attack and 1000 defense from your deck, but return it to the hand during the end phase. During your opponent's main phase. During your opponent's main phase, if this card is in your hand, you can banish one Monarch spell or trap card from your graveyard immediately after this effect resolves. Tribute summon this card, this is a quick effect. Okay then. So we have Ibris, the Underworld Monarch, level 8, dark, 2800 attack again, 1000 defense. He's pretty much got the same effect as our first card, except for when we get to the end. If this card is in your graveyard, you can discard one Monarch spell and trap card, then target one monster in your graveyard with 2400 more attack and 1000 defense and add it to your hand. So our third ultra rare is Yugioh, the Underworld Squire. I like that name, Squire. If this card is normal or special summon during your main phase this turn, you can tribute one monster in addition to your normal summon / set. You only gain this effect once per turn. You can banish this card from your graveyard and target one monster with 800 attack and 1000 defense in your graveyard, except Yugioh, the Underworld Squire, special summon it in defense position. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of this turn. You can only use the effect of Yugioh, the Underworld Squire, once per turn. For our fourth ultra rare, we have Yugioh, the Heavenly Squire. So it seems pretty much, it's a light and dark deck, this pretty much, isn't it? If this card is normal summoned or special summoned, you can special summon one monster with 800 attack and 1000 defense from your deck in defense position, except this card. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of this turn. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one of your banished Monarch spell and trap cards, add to your hand. You can only use each effect of Yugioh, the Heavenly Squire, once per turn. For our fifth ultra rare, we have Phantasm of the Monarchs. Send one Monarch spell and trap card from your hand to the graveyard, draw 2 cards. You can banish this card from your graveyard, reveal 3 Monarch spell and trap cards from your deck. Your opponent chooses one of them for you to add to your hand, and shuffle the rest back into your deck. You can only use the effect of this card once per turn. So now we have some of the older cards. We have Kazus, the Shadow Monarch. So Zarborg, the Thunder Monarch. Granmarg, the Thunder Monarch. Mobius, the Frost Monarch. one of the Fire Monarchs, Visor the Storm Monarch, one of this new card. I can't go through every monster specifically, otherwise we're going to run out of time, so I believe this is a new monster. Another new Monarch monster card. So basically we've now got 3 versions of all the Monarchs. So they have a baby version, an adult version, and a big boy version. Illusory Snatcher. Ooh, I cannot pronounce that. Tragogodian. Now this card works in a fun few decks. I mean, I've seen it used in spam rank 10 decks. I think it's similar to Gauze, I think. You have Dandelion. When it's obviously sent to the graveyard, you get a couple of tokens. Now this is one of the good reprints of the set, Mathematician. Now, when this card is normal summoned, you can send 1 level 4 lower monster from your deck to the graveyard. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can draw 1 card, so he's a mill and a draw. Level Ether, this also got reprinted in the last structure deck. Battle Fader, I think this is maybe the 5th, 6th, 7th reprint this card's had. Rainbow Karibo, now this is nice. Originally came out in Secret Rare, I actually have one, but I mean it was quite hard to get hold of, so if you're looking to collect Karibo cards especially, this is a nice little reprint. Domain of the Monarchs, field spell. March of the Monarchs, continuous spell card. Return of the Monarchs, another continuous spell card. Monarch Stormforth, this lets you tribute monsters on your opponent's side of the field. Strike of the Monarch. Tenacity of the Monarchs. Soul Exchange, obviously Seto Kaiba used this in the anime, but if you're gonna, I presume if you're gonna build an actual competitive deck with these, I presume you just stick in another Stormforth for the Monarchs instead of using this card. Enemy Controller, and again another card to get control of your opponent's monsters to then tribute. Dice Foon, roll a 6-sided dice and apply the results. 2, 3 or 4, destroy 1 spell trap card in the field. 5, destroy 2 spell trap cards in the field. 1 or 6, you take 1,000 life points damage. So maybe just replace this with an MST or the new card from Bosch. Pretty much the new card that lets you discard 1 card to destroy 2 spell and trap cards in the field. Soul Charge, this is a very good reprint, a staple for pretty much every deck. It got released in Dragons of Legend 1, and the original card now goes for about £5–6, so this is a very needed reprint. We have the Prime Monarch, a continuous trap card. I think it's a new card. We have the First Monarch, which has the cover card of the deck in the background in the artwork. Another continuous trap card. Escalation of the Monarch. Once per turn during your opponent's main phase or your opponent's battle phase, you can immediately after this effective result of tribute 1 monster card. Tribute summon 1 monster even. The Monarch's Awaken, standard trap card. The Monarch's Erupt, another continuous trap card. By order of the Emperor, when a monster effect is activated, When a monster effect is activated that activates when a monster is normal summoned, you can negate the activation. Then the player whose effect activation was negated draws 1 card. Pinpoint Guard. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, target 1 level 4 lower monster in your graveyard, special summon it in defense position. It cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects this turn. And we have our Dark Token. This card can be used as any token. I don't think we've been given tokens before in a Yu-Gi-Oh deck, so obviously it looks like a normal card in the back. And then you can use it for any token you wish in the game. So we'll just get the cards back together. So we've got the nice artwork on the Ultra Rares. Obviously we've got our 2 main cards in this, Light and Dark. I know a lot of people like to run Chaos builds of decks if they can, so maybe you can run BLS in this deck, I presume. Yeah, so anyway guys, thanks for watching the video. Please remember to just like, comment and subscribe.